my sun and moon. Girl, you're everything between. A lot of pretty faces could waste my time, but you're my dream, girl. You make flowers bloom. Girl, you make the stars collide. And I don't know what I did to get lucky like this, but it sure feels fine. Cause you give me love and affection. I give you all my protection. I'm trying to stay by your side till the day I die. And you give me all of your love, and I give you all of my trust. I know you'll never betray me, you'll leave my side. Oh my baby, baby, you're my sun and moon. Girl, you're everything between. A lot of pretty faces could waste my time, but you're my dream, girl. You make flowers bloom, you make the flowers bloom. Girl, you make the stars collide. And I don't know what I did.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are here. Thank you all for tuning in to another episode of Just One Question, the podcast where we talk about things that are related to life and positivity in ways that we focus and make it better. So, if you are listening directly on a podcast, appreciate you for being here. Make sure you drop us a line for any questions you have in the future. Our email is just one question, the number four, you at gmail.com. For everyone else who is listening, do us a strong favor, hit that like, subscribe button so you can stay abreast for any future episodes. And we'll be looking forward to hearing from you as well. Joining us live, go ahead and drop a comment inside the comment box. We love your questions. We want to hear that. Today's topic, we're going to be talking about 7 ways to help you rest. That's right. You didn't know there was 7 ways, did you? You thought there was only one, the physical rest, right? But we're going to get to that. So, without any further ado, ladies and gentlemen, thank you all for joining me here for just one question. There we have it, right? Where do we go from here? Where are we going? That's, I guess, the big question a lot of people are asking. So, my question is to you: how do you rest? How do you do things to help avoid burnout? What are some techniques that you use? Well, if you do not have any that you may know of directly, I'm here to share a little bit with you, okay? I've got 7 ways that I've been looking at today, and I'm going to tell you where you can find them also, and you can read the book, you can learn a little bit more about them, right? So, without any further ado, let's just jump straight into this, shall we? Here we go, ladies and gentlemen, with just one question. Right here, I was just looking at a gentleman's page, Ben Mir. I hope I'm pronouncing it right. System Sunday, how to avoid burnout. 7 types of rest. What are those rests? Well, number one, we know about um, the physical rest, right? But ask yourself this question: have you ever slept 7 plus hours but still felt exhausted? I'm pretty sure the answer is going to be yes for most people. Me too. I do it as well. But while sleeping is a physical rest, you actually need 7 types of rest to avoid burnout, according to Dr. Sandra Dalton Smith. So stay at your best with these 7 types of rest. I throw a little chugga chugga rhyme up in there for you too occasionally. Number one, physical rest. Lack of sleep and overtraining depletes your body's energy. You want to get 2 types of physical rest: passive and active. Passive, what does that mean? You get 7 hours plus sleep nightly. You take power naps as needed. I'm going to tell you, I needed a power nap today. We were out with some friends today, took the kids to the bouncy world, and it just wiped me out. When I got back in the car, I was like, I need a rest. Plus, the sun was draining me. And when we went to eat, the subject came up, the subject of rest, and I kind of spoke on that. So another one is active rest. What does that mean? You need to stretch. You need to get a massage. Maybe you ergonomic chair and a desk. Those are things that we take for granted, we don't think about all the time. So there's two types of rest for the physical portion. There's passive, and then there's active. Number two, mental rest. I know we overlook it so much. Mental rest. The deficit is caused by overtaxing your thinking. How many of us overthink something sometimes? There's something that comes up and we have to find out, make sure it's perfect, make sure it's the right way. Let's stop that. You need it. How about instead you write down your to dos. We hear this often. Make a to do list. People go, why? That's going to put more stress. No, it actually helps you out. Then you can reference your checklist. Maybe you need to pack groceries, etc. You go to the grocery store. How many times I'm going to get what I need to get and I don't need to write it down? You get to the grocery store and you're like, oops, what was I supposed to get? Right? Write those lists down. Go back to check them. Create a shutdown ritual to separate work and life. When I tell you, come home, take off those work clothes, go get changed, shower if you need, do whatever you need to do, and recharge. You sit in your work clothes, you're still physically and mentally there in a sense, right? Create that ritual where you shut it down. My wife and I, we have a little small thing that we do, and it reminds us when we get the alert on our phone, it tells us bedtime, time to wind down. Say we're doing something, that alarm goes off and it says, hey, start to prepare for bed. That means we need to go ahead winding down, stop doing whatever activity we're kind of doing that's strenuous, and start winding down. Take a break from problem solving. We don't always got to problem solve all the time. Yes, we have to think of ways to do stuff, but take a break and say, you know what? If it can wait, I'll wait till tomorrow. I'll tackle that in 3 hours. You need to focus on you and your health. You will burn out from the job, from life, from whatever. Take a break. Meditate. It doesn't have to be the chakras and the like you see on TV. It could just simply be you sitting on a couch, sitting in a chair, listening to some soft and smooth music, some jazz, some R&B, some classical, whatever you feel. Take a break. You need a mental rest, right? Number three, let's keep it going. Social rest. This is so important. First, I'm going to tell you this: evaluate your relationships. What do I mean by that? I have a saying that if you are not adding to my life, then I am subtracting you from it. We can still be friends, but if you're not adding value, and value doesn't have to be monetarily, it could be, hey, you make me smile when I'm around you. I enjoy hearing your voice, then we're fine. You are adding to my life. So don't think just because you're friends with someone that you have to consistently still be in their life. If they're not assisting you to growing and watering your soul, watering your life, then why do you continuously let them stay in your garden? Oh man, I need to like trademark that saying. Don't let them stay in your garden. If they're not watering your plants to help you grow, then kick them out of your garden. Spend more time with people who give you energy. It's as simple as that. Just like I was saying, if they're not adding to it, if they're draining, if they're negative, they're always complaining about everything, and you have to try to help them out, and you try to help them out, they get mad at you. Why are you still worrying about them? Social rest, right? Spend less time with people who steal your energy. Sorry, thief. Mm-mm. I was telling one of our friends today, I said, when people were asking me for things sometimes, I would flat out tell them, I said, no, you're a bad investment. I look at them just like a bank looks at me, looks at anyone else. If your credit is good, if you're not doing something, you're in bad. I don't want to invest my time with you, so you're going to steal my time. No, absolutely. If you are an introvert, block out some time to be alone. You deserve it. Doesn't matter. If you have a family, if you need a few minutes, just tell your husband, your spouse, your boyfriend, your girlfriend, whoever you're with, hey, hon, I need 10 minutes. Let me go read a book. Give me a few minutes to go in a room and just be with myself. Can you handle the kids? Can you handle some things? Sure, go ahead, honey. Go do that. You need a few moments because no matter what, the world is going to keep coming at you. So take some time for yourself. Next, what do we have? Spiritual rest. Different meaning for different people, but let me just break it down in a small way. Be part of something bigger than yourself. What does that mean? Volunteer. It gives you a sense of like, wow, I'm doing something. Maybe volunteer at a soup kitchen, volunteer just to take clothes to Goodwill or something. See the faces of those people who you're helping out. It makes your soul feel good. Work a job that feels purpose driven. Do not let that job burn you to the ground. A job will replace you faster than anything. You pass away, they got the replacement for you tomorrow. You're not coming to work tomorrow. You're in a hospital, you're in a car wreck, whatever. They're going to replace you. So work for something that makes you feel good while you're doing it. So if that ever happens, you at least feel better when you go to that job. Don't get up in the morning and say, "Oh my goodness, I got another to go to. It's Monday." Have you ever sat in a parking lot when you got to your job and you're just like, man, should I put it in drive and leave? Don't get to that point. Participate, and hear me on this, participate in faith based activities if it aligns to your belief system. Your faith does not have to be religious directly, it could be anything that you believe in. There's someone or some people out there who are faith based that believes in Star Wars, right? Well, participate in that. Get in a group of people and talk to them on Zoom, talk to whatever. Hey, talk about the plot, the storyline of the movie. It makes you feel good. Keep that going. And also, we have sensory rest. Ah, take a moment for me. Breathe in, breathe out. Think of it like this: smell the flower, blow out the candles, right? Take a moment and do that. The modern individual is overstimulated with all of this technologies, computers, screens. We're driving everywhere. It's overstimulation. Take a break from social media. I hear a lot of people say that I'm gonna take a social media break. Do it, whether it's 1 day or 2 days, whatever you feel you need. Take a break. Turn off those notifications on your phone, sounds and visual alerts that when you're looking at them and your phone is on the table on your desk and you ding. Let me see if I can make it sound. Is this how it sounds? Is this how it sounds? It goes ding. Is that how some of your phone? Oh, I know I triggered some people right there, right? You probably thought that was your phone going off. No, take a break from it. Limit video meetings. Maybe you can't limit the amount. Try limiting the time. We know we've seen those things where it says that could have been emailed instead of a meeting, right? Well, set that for yourself. I know when we talk with our guests to get that initial thing going, my connection call is what we call it. It's 15 minutes. We don't need more than that. Sometimes it's less, but I tell you, hey, let's just give 15 minutes for each other, but limit them. Say, hey, this meeting is going to be 20 minutes and that's it. We don't need to go further. Set a relaxing evening ambiance, soothing music, candle, etc. I know if you come to our house, everyone will tell you lights. I love lights, but I have these things that are called hue lights. Message Hue if you're listening, sponsorship coming. So I love them. This entire house is filled with hues. And like one of the things that we have, for example, with our lights is when we go to bed, instead of having these big bright lights on, we have soothing lights. And as they're set, so every half an hour, they dim a certain percentage. So by the time we get to that point of like ready to sleep, then it's right at the exact place we want. When we wake up in the morning, the lights are set on a timer, but they don't blast bright. They gradually get a little brighter, almost like the sun is rising when we're waking up. When we finally get to that wake place, we awaken to this bright light shining in our face, right? It actually helps your body and everything, right? Number six, emotional rest. What does that mean? Emotional rest deficit occurs when you feel like you can't be authentic. I am who I am. I am authentic. Like me, love me, leave me. Three L's, they are done. You're going to do one of the three. I don't care. If you're in my life, I'm going to make sure that we are moving forward and positive. If not, you need to leave. It is simple as that. You will water my seeds in my garden or you will leave. I don't care. My life continues without it. Think about that. Do not let someone suck your soul dry to the point where you feel like you don't even want to get up and go and do something. I'll give you an example. Let's say you're an airline attendant. You've got to always smile, even despite rude passengers, right? That's an example. You need to reset yourself emotionally. Spend time with the people you can be authentic around, the friends that don't mind you saying the things that you want to say. You don't have to, oh, should I not say that? Is that bad? Spend time with those people. Try speaking to a therapist to release emotional labor. There's nothing wrong with it. However many years ago therapy was looked at and frowned upon. Oh, you're bad, you're crazy. No, you need it. We all done it. I've done therapy. I will still do it. I continue to do it. I don't care. I do not care what you think about me. If I went to a therapy office, I'll tell you right now, I'm going tomorrow. Why? It feels good. It's a reset for me. It's a way for me to channel emotions and find some ways that I didn't think of. Like, oh wow, thank you, doc. I never saw it like that, right? Does not mean don't let anyone shame you into thinking that it is. Number seven, we're getting down to the end here. Creative rest. You need to also be creative to get some rest in it too. Appreciate beauty in any form, whether natural or human created. I see a lot of things when I'm looking at social media and I'm like, I don't like that. But that's not me. It doesn't affect me. I don't care. That's theirs. Dance your heart away. Dance like no one is watching. Dance in the rain. That's what it's about. Be natural. Be natural, authentic. Breathe in the flower, blow out the candle. Take in a sunrise or sunset. If you're by the beach, listen to the water, listen to the waves, listen to the birds as they fly over. If you're in a desert, just listen to the sand that's flying around. Okay, I don't know wherever you're at. Take a moment, take in a sunrise, or a sunset. Go for a walk in nature. Nature is so peaceful. If you got those woods, if you want to go hiking, right? It's relaxing. Just be out there, not worrying about too many things. Except maybe here we watch out for the coyotes, right? But go for a walk in nature. Human created. Visit a museum or an art festival. Go see something different. Creative rest. Be in an environment where it stimulates your mind and go, oh, wow, that's a beautiful picture. Wow, this is a band I never heard of, but their music is great. They've got 20 different food trucks out here with all kind of different foods. Go experience it. That's a creative rest. It replenishes your soul. Engage with inspiring music, books, documentaries, etc. Be creative and let it and replenish your soul. Let it water your garden. Okay, we're coming to the end. But Dr. Smith, Dr. Dalton Smith, excuse me, she recommends starting with your 1 to 2 biggest rest deficits. Do those first, attack it head on and not trying to eat the whole elephant at once. Small bites. I tell my son that. He's like, I got this big problem at school, Dad. I don't know what to do. Small bites. Small bites make it bigger. You'll eat up if you do it small, but you try to get it all at once. It's gonna make you choke. Then over time, create daily and weekly habits to get all seven done. There's going to be a link I'm going to place inside here so you can actually take a quiz to see your rest kind of habits and so forth. And for those who listen to the podcast, I'll make sure that I get that out there so that you can be able to hear that as well. So those are just 7 ways. There's way, way more, but those are just a few, guys. So make sure you take care of yourself because no one else is going to unless that time comes and they have to, right? So, once again, Lion Flood, I want to give myself a big round of applause because you know how I am. Right? I'll do it for myself, right? No one has to do it for me. I'll do it for myself. So thank you guys. And I appreciate you all for being here. Stay tuned for future episodes. We're going to have some guests coming on and talking about some things. Make sure you catch us on all of the major um, listening podcasts. We're on Apple, Google, Overcast, Spotify, and a few other ones as well. But make sure you take some time to listen. Plug this into your Walkman, as they say, right? Remember the Walkman? I'm giving away my age there. Plug this into your iPod. Nope, we're past that one too. Whatever you need to do, put it on when you're going for a walk in that nature and listen to this. Listen to those soothing sounds, right? And enjoy yourself. Thank you guys for taking the time and listening to me. I sincerely appreciate it. And until next time, take care of yourself.
Yeah, yeah. Baby, baby, you're my sun and moon. Girl, you're everything between. A lot of pretty faces could waste my time, but you're my dream girl. You make flowers bloom.